Hey everybody, this is Tim Wolf, and today I'm going to be talking about my takeaways from Funnel Hacking Live, which was in Nashville last weekend, and it was 4 days, 3.5 days of very intense learning and training that I went to. And I have to admit that a year and a half ago, I didn't even know what really a funnel was. And people that I started working with started talking about what a funnel is. So I made this simple diagram. It says sales funnel across the top, and basically what it is on the internet, I mean, it's basically replacing a website. And people will enter a site through advertising or traffic, Facebook, Instagram, what have you. And when you're trying to sell a service, it's a money generating mechanism. And it can be used for musicians, can be used for physical products, can be used for training, can be used for a lot of different things. And I think this is where the internet is going. Anyway, it's a lead. First you start with a lead capture, and usually you give away something that's called a lead magnet, maybe something for free, or free plus shipping is a common thing. And then you have a sales process, and as the number of people at the top are a lot more, and as you go further down, there are fewer and fewer, and then you get an order. People actually pull out their credit card and make an order. If you've been on the internet and made any purchases at all, I almost guarantee you that you have been in a funnel, a sales funnel. And then there's always an upsell and maybe multiple upsells, and leads become prospects, which become customers, and then become clients. Usually, especially if it's a coaching or training course, that the dollar becomes higher and it's more impactful. For example, Tony Robbins was the keynote speaker there, and he's an amazing speaker. He's, I think, the greatest speaker of a generation. This is the second time I've heard him. Absolutely amazing speaker. Just so impactful. I don't even know what he gets to come and speak. He probably gets $100,000 for 4 hours talk. When you get to that high level, the one-on-one to spend, I think he gets $1 million to coach somebody for a year, I think he said. So that's one-on-one. So as you go down the funnel, you get it's more money and it's more intimate. And it could be physical products, more products. So that's what a funnel is. And a lot of people are familiar with a website. You go to a website and you got all these buttons across the top that you can click and you can go and research, but that's kind of an obsolete way because people now are most people surf the internet on their phones. A website is a little clunky because you have to find the button and you have to click on it. And I read the article the other day, Ariel from Cyber PR talked about how she does every year she has her summary of the trends for 2020 from musicians and artists. And there is a trend, there definitely is a trend for one long page where people slide down or move down with their thumb rather than clicking to another page. And that is a funnel. A funnel typically is one long thing. A funnel is different than a website. A website, you have a lot of different directions you can go. Okay, I'm going to go to About page. Okay, I'm going to go to this page. Then I'm going to go to that page. And you lose a lot of people because they get distracted. Whereas a funnel, you have two choices. You either go forward, you go down the funnel, or you exit. You can always exit, of course. So it's a much more binary type of experience on the internet. And so whether you're a customer or if you're using it to sell something for an artist, if any of you are artists, and I know a lot of my followers are on the internet trying to find ways to make more money, a funnel is a great way to try and to market your music. Market your merch, market whatever it is you're trying to do. Like for example, down here, you can write a custom song for a high-end client. So anyway, Funnel Hacking Live was in Nashville. Just so impactful. I learned so much. There's so many great speakers there. I can't even begin to pick out. Russell Brunson, of course, is the brainchild behind funnel hacking. ClickFunnels is his company. It's a $100 million company. Plus, if you don't know who Russell Brunson is, I encourage you to research him and see some of his websites because he talks about his products, ClickFunnels. And he started when he was 12 years old. He's now almost 40. He's 39. So he's been interested in direct marketing for almost 30 years. And he got fascinated with late night TV shows. He tells a story. I've heard the story numerous times. He started calling all 800 numbers and getting all the direct mail that could be sent, and it got to the point where it wouldn't even fit in the mailbox. And the rest of his family would have normal mail, and his would be like this size. and he would read through everything because he was just fascinated with direct marketing. And then he took that on, built a business when the internet became a thing, and started doing it on the internet and building funnels. He built like 150 different funnels. I mean, I'm telling his story. There's lots of videos where he talks about it. And he decided to, he had somebody building these funnels every time from scratch, and so he decided to launch a company that helps people using their software. You can go online and click and drag and build your funnels, and a ton of training, That's what Funnel Hacking Live was, put them on ClickFunnels. Now, it's not cheap. I mean, it's the entry level is $100 a month for ClickFunnels, and then the next level up is $297. But they do have tremendous customer support and training to help you on your journey, and they give away these awards. I mean, it's just one big, you come back on a mountaintop because everyone is so excited by what goes on. They have awards, 2 Comma Club, people that have made $1 million gross sales through their funnel, and then there's 2 Comma Club X, which is 10 million, and he just launched a new award, which was C Comma Club C, I think it's called, which is 100 million. People with one funnel, not in 1 year, but have made that much money. And then there's increments, 25 million, 50, 75, and 100. Really motivates you. You come away so motivated to make your business work, and there's all different forums and support to help you do that. And so if you're on an internet business and knowledge-based business, last year Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, and Dean Graziosi launched the KBB, which is knowledge-based business, which is a method, a system to help you start masterminds. And one of the statistics they talked about is how the knowledge-based business on the internet is just going to explode. And it's an alternative to going to conventional schools. And there is so much we've only seen the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. So this is going to get much bigger. And now you don't have to use a funnel. I mean, you can use a conventional website, but conventional websites are kind of older, where you go up and you click on the buttons. And like I said, when you have a phone, it's kind of hard to do that. So a funnel is the new modern way. You either go down the funnel or you exit the funnel. Here's the program for Funnel Hacking Live, the event guide, and it was intense. It was like, they said it's like a TED Talk. There's no breaks. If you need to go to the bathroom, you get up and leave, except they had a break for lunch, of course. But while it's going on, it's one after the other. You can't go to Funnel Hacking Live and not be super excited. And I already bought my tickets to go next year. It's going to be in Nashville again next year. People are coming from all over the world. I met people from Spain and the Philippines and Hawaii, that's still part of the U.S., and people are coming all over the world to this, and it happens to be in Nashville where I live. So it's pretty amazing that, pretty fortunate that it's this close. There was a guy, Gabe Schillinger. Let's talk about him. A music guy who won a 2 Comma Club award. So his funnel is selling beats to rap artists. And he talks about how most of his clients, aspiring rap artists, typically, if you're a musician, you don't make a lot of money typically, and music is being devalued, and it's really hard for an aspiring rap artist to be making any money, so they don't have a lot of money to buy a beat to the rap over. So his selling point is like $17, and he said in his presentation, it's kind of hard to believe that I got to $1 million on my funnel selling them at like $17 at a crack. But he built a funnel, and he had a lot of interesting, one of his methods that he got more leads was he gave away, it was a package, it was a recording package to have a weekend in a recording studio with a pro producer, which an aspiring rap artist would really love. So you find something that is really valuable, and all people have to do to enter is to get their friends to give them their emails. And he got a huge number of leads, and there were 2 people, the person who referred the person who had the most emails, and then the person who had the most emails, and they both got a wonderful package. I think it was like $5,000, $10,000 package to advance their music career. The main hashtag that Russell talked about was hashtag overdeliver. And I would definitely say overdeliver. I came home with so many books, my backpack was so heavy. I got a really nice backpack when you registered, and there were a lot of positive things. And so what Russell lives by is overdeliver, and he also gives a lot back. He had some money-raising things to help combat trafficking, sex trafficking, and also building schools in Africa, and he got us all motivated to, I gave considerable amount to that. It's really a great organization, very family friendly. There were even a segment where they had students up there. There's a 14-year-old guy who's been doing it for like 3-4 years, been building funnels, talked about the success of his business. So it's not just limited, not limited to any age, young, old, male, female, whatever, wherever you live in the country, because the internet, if you have the internet, you can get involved with funnels. What funnel hacking means is finding a funnel that is working in your industry and copying, not necessarily copying, but seeing what they're doing and modeling after what their success is. And that's called hacking a funnel. Now you can't literally copy what they're doing, but you model. It's like when you try to write a song. I was just reading today or watched a video with James Taylor, and he said the best way to write a song for an aspiring young songwriter is to take a song you really like, figure out exactly what the chord progression is, what the beat is, and then without copying it and what the lyrics are and how it is formatted, but without copying it, because that's trademark infringement, to try to model. And so you model what is working, and that's what hacking is. Funnel hacking is you model a funnel that is working well. So anyway, I'm already well into 14 minutes, it looks like, so it's time for me to stop. I could talk for hours on this event.